I didn't believe in any of it before that night. I was driving back from a friend's place in Quezon Hill, maybe 1:30 in the morning. Baguio in January does something to the air. It doesn't just get cold, it gets heavy. Like the fog has weight to it. Like it presses against the glass and waits. My heater was broken. I remember that clearly because I kept rubbing my right hand against my thigh just to feel something warm. Session Road had been empty when I passed through it. By the time I turned onto the upper stretch near the Balete trees, the whole city felt abandoned. Not quiet the way a sleeping neighborhood is quiet. Quiet the way a held breath is quiet. The Baletes were worse that night than I'd ever noticed before. I'd driven that road 100 times. Those trees are just background noise when you live in Baguio long enough. But that night, with the fog sitting low and my headlights barely cutting 15 meters ahead, I actually saw them. The roots that clawed down from the branches and disappeared into the earth. The way the trunks had grown into each other over decades, fused and knotted, like something that had been trying to leave and then decided to stay. I was going maybe 20 kilometers an hour. There was no reason to go faster. That's when I saw her in my rearview mirror, not on the road, in the back seat. She was sitting behind me on the passenger side, and the first thing I noticed, God, I hate that this is the first thing I noticed, was how still she was. Not the stillness of someone who has just gotten in. The stillness of something that has been there for a while and stopped pretending. She was young, or looked young. Long hair, dark, hanging forward so I couldn't see her face. A white dress that seemed brighter than anything had a right to be in that light. And she was soaking wet. The fog outside was heavy, yes, but there had been no rain. I remember thinking that very clearly, as though logic was the only thing keeping me inside my own skin. I did not stop the car. I know that sounds wrong. Every instinct I had was screaming at me to stop, to turn around, to say something. But another part of me, some older and quieter part, understood that stopping was exactly the wrong thing to do. I drove. I stared at the road. I did not look in the mirror again. I don't know at what point she was gone. I drove straight to my apartment, parked in the middle of the lit entrance, and sat there until 4 a.m. with every light in the car on. What I can't stop thinking about, even now, is the last thing I saw before I forced my eyes back to the road. She had started to turn her head.